What's up, guys? It's Nate. Thanks for coming to Heavy Pedal Garage. Hey, we're going to kind of switch up gears for a little bit. Me and Little Heavy Pedal Garage here are going to take care of a project we've been thinking about. Had an excellent score on Facebook Marketplace today, so thanks to the dude that hooked us up with all of this stuff. So, you guys, we're going to be getting into it here, doing some real fabricating. Tell them what we're going to do there, Jack.
We're going to make a drift trike.
A drift trike?
Yeah.
What's a drift trike do?
It's a trike that drifts and it's motored.
Yeah?
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. We got the rear out of a Polaris Predator 90 racing four-wheeler that we're going to use for the rear end, and we're basically going to make a big trike with all these bits and pieces. So let's get started on the layout.
Yeah. We're going to get it started. This is my old bike, and we're going to cut the frame. Okay?
Yep. Going to take that front steering off of the front, and that's how we're going to lay out the front.
You know what?
What?
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good job. Cut through it. Pull it out.
Johnny.
What do you think of that, little John, man?
Stupid.
Stupid. I don't know about that.
Do it again.
Yeah, squeeze the trigger. Pull it out. Just pull it out. Go through it. Boom.
Look, there's a bug in there.
What?
Yeah.
Johnny boy!
What is that?
Stink bug! Cut those two tubes right there.
Those two. Ready?
Yep, go for it. It is loud.
There's ants coming out of these pipes.
Oh, fantastic. We do. We have an ant attack.
Oh, frick.
Oh, let's get this out of here.
Yeah.
Ciao, Johnny. Move, move, move.
There's ants.
So Johnny, we apparently have ants living in this tube, and they are coming out all over onto our table. So we're gonna get rid of this right now. They had no idea that they were gonna get cut out of a bicycle.
Yeah.
And on our workbench.
Vroom, vroom. I'm talking a wheelie on the pit bike. Or the drift trike.
Quick little update on the drift trike build. Sunday, me and Jack spent a lot of time yesterday, just about the whole day, believe it or not, messing around with this thing. Jack got his sprocket all cleaned up and painted. So this is the sprocket bolt pattern that matches the four-wheeler sprocket hub. And then this was the sprocket that I had that has the tooth pattern that matches the chain. So I cut the center of this sprocket out, you can see there, and went with the bolt holes there from the original. So yeah, a lot of time on this rear part of the frame, getting it all cleaned up. It had been cut and chopped before to extend it. So there was a bunch of nasties in there, and getting all that to work out. And then we also kind of figured out what we're doing here with our under the seat part of the mount. I got this figured out. Got a rear frame back there. Just used some angle iron. Alright, bring you back around here, show you what we got done. Well, we made up ourselves a custom set of handlebars using 7/8 electrical conduit. Actually, it's, well, I don't remember the size, but it's 7/8 outside diameter. And we kind of figured out our frame setup and everything, which I tore it all down because we're going to get into it. But these are the top rails off of a cheap swimming pool ladder. Again, out of the scrap from the back of the house here. And just trying to do as cheap as possible. So here's the frame. Most of our time's been into this, getting it all cleaned up. There's a bunch of, you know, former brackets and stuff on there that we didn't need, cleaned it up. This frame had been extended. I think they had like a drag bike set up, hill climb set up for this four-wheeler. So I need to clean these up, finish welding that in from where they had cut the frame before. Took all those extra brackets off, but this is really what I come up with. So this all makes sense when you see the whole thing, but I use this angle iron, 2 pieces of angle, you know, one on each side, and then I had a little gusset underneath that I'll finish welding up to hold the two. So it's 90-degree angle iron, okay? And then here's another piece, 90-degree angle iron right here. So 3 total pieces, 1, 2, and 3, with this one being notched out for the sprocket. Alright, I think we'll have about 1.5 pounds of welding wire in there, so it should stay together. So smaller piece of angle. This is going to be where the, I'll just grab a piece here, this is where the frame tubes are going to set. So all the downward pressure will be onto this angle and then into this angle and onto the frame. So I think it's going to be pretty sturdy. But I'm just going to take some time here and get everything welded up tight, and then we're going to move on to building the forward tubes. What do you think?
Good. It's great. You welded it together really good.
I'm getting ready to. I just tacked those right there. That one's welded in pretty tight. This one's tacked. I'm going to tack that side and then I'll weld them in really good. And I'm going to kind of figure out some kind of gusset to be able to hold all those together with the plate on the bottom. I'll put that bike frame on and put that plate on the bottom, and it'll hold it all real tight.
Could you weld wood?
You cannot weld wood.
Why?
Because metal is the only thing you can weld.
Oh man.
Alright, got it all banged in. So what I'm working on now is I want a plate underneath of here that wraps up, because this is right here, this piece of metal right here is about my only point of flex when I stood on it. So I figure if I run a gusset plate all the way underneath and then curl it up, and then I'll close these off with some little pieces. And okay, let me show you what's going on here. Got that bottom gusset on. I'm just going to make a piece for the top out of this thinner metal, especially since I want to do some wrapping around here. So made another template just as it fits, and then eventually we'll just kind of get that on there and pound those over like that, and then I'll clean this up with a couple more cuts of metal. So that's what I'm doing. Frankenstein. Got it all patched together. So next I'm going to grind those welds down, and I don't know. Hopefully it'll all smooth up. Had an epic evening working on this bad boy. This is where we're at. I got this all gusseted in, welded up the down tube. Might clean up some welds just a little bit. And if I was really going to get excited, I might put a little bit of body filler in there, but I doubt that's going to happen. I think once you put paint on it, it'll be fine. So I'm going to add that there to kind of firm that up. Using these tubes here for the back support and just to tie that frame together. I thought that looked pretty cool, but those are the top rails off of an old cheap swimming pool ladder, as I mentioned. But just waiting for the motor.
So we made drift handlebars that we made because the other ones were too big. Then we have the foot pegs because we were thinking to put them right here but my leg would hit this when we return, so we put this. We have the support right here. This is not the actual seat, but the fake seat. Here we are going to put leather for my back to rest on this. There's the mount. Here's the four-wheeler axle. Four-wheeler axle that we made. From a
kid's four-wheeler, a Predator 90.
Yeah, and then we have a flag that people can see me.
What's behind you?
The Predator engine that we bought for Harbor Freight that we were going to.
Cool.
Yeah.
So today we're going to make a mounting plate.
Yeah, we're still waiting for tires because it's taking forever.
Yeah, wheels and tires. Our seat's coming today. Twist throttle should be coming soon, and bits and pieces.
We also bought this though. What is this?
See if you remember.
Shaft?
It goes on the shaft.
I don't know. Clutch.
Yes, sir.
It's
Centrifugal clutch.
Yeah. The clutch. Yeah, the clutch.
So, mounting plate. Get the motor lined up.
Yeah.
Fire it up. Get the chain going. Fire it up. And make sure everything spins.
We still have to wait for the tires. That's
Yeah. We'll dyno it on our table here. And then sand and paint, right?
Yeah, sand and paint with a zip somewhere in there. The zip.
Yeah.
Zip.
Another good day yesterday. Had Jack out here, sanded the whole frame, got it looking really good. Spent a good bit of time trying to get the motor lined up with the front sprocket and got all that stuff tuned up, and you know, I think it's gonna work. And then yesterday evening into the night, I went ahead and made up this shield and did a cool little wrap around there with this little extra metal I had laying around. Should be good. Get you in here a little closer. So for the motor mount, I just used the original frame on the back, just chopped it off where it made sense. Had this metal welded on, lined it up, drilled my holes. I had to wobble out the holes a little bit just to get the motor to where it would line up straight. Got all that worked over. Chain's pretty tight. Might add a tensioner later. It's one of the reasons I wanted to leave this open, not only to be able to add a tensioner, but also I have to be able to reach in here to unbolt the thing. So I got a bolt here and a bolt back there, so I need to be able to reach in to get it. It's pretty tight on that caliper. I actually had to shave a little bit off the top of the caliper to get it to slide by. Actually, I have to take the bottom bolt off and let it drop, but that should be okay. I can reach all that from the inside. Alright guys, we got it all cleaned up. Got it all taken apart. Old Jack Attack random power washer, got it good. Dish soaked her down. Got everything set up. So we're going to throw some primer on it. Get some black and red on there, and we're going to make it happen.
Sure.
Let's get to work.
Yep, let's go. Today we painted everything, and now we're going to put it together and let it dry last night.
Sweet. We're pretty stoked to get this thing put back together, see what it all looks like. Alright, give you a quick little snapshot of where we're at. Motor's good. Shield's mounted. We're going to do the throttle cable next, right bud?
Yeah. It's icy shiny. It's the rims. Yep, they're there. Here are the rims.
Oh, unwrap them bad boys. Whoa, those are beef.
I know.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I didn't know they would look. I didn't expect them to be this big.
Yeah, they're a little big.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got rims and tires today. They are absolutely beef. This thing is going to look like something right out of a Hot Wheels set. But now for the rear challenge. So what I've got is the four-wheeler hub that's splined to match, and the bolt pattern between the rim and the four-wheeler does not match. So my goal now is to cut that hub down to get it to fit inside of there first, and then mark the holes and drill this hub out. Okay, so I drew out my pattern, and I know I'm pretty close to center because each of my bolt dots line up with that inner circle there right on the edge. So perfectly centered, ground down, drilled out, mounted up. Just put the tires on and we're ready to rock.
Big. This is giant.
That's beef, huh?
Yes.
Here, show it to the camera.
This is how big the tire is. 10-inch. I didn't know we would actually pull this thing off.
Bam! We definitely pulled it off.